Happy Mother's Day. I'm joining for a Mother's Day special meditative yoga. As always, we start in our seated position. So you can just go ahead and find your tall seat. Of course, it doesn't have to just be seated. You can lie down if you're feeling really tired. You can take a different position that's comfortable to you. So whatever position that you like to take that's comfortable to you, where you can find stillness in your body and in your breath and in your mind. So just take a moment to find your comfortable position. And once you get there, whether you're seated or lying down or some other position that feels nice, take a few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Start to settle your breath and feel the breath for a moment. Feel the body settle. Feel the body settle. Relax the shoulders. And come deeper into your breath. We always start off with a 15-20 minutes opening meditation and work into some mindful movement, a little bit of flow, and we end with our closing meditation. So while we're here, settling in, starting to focus on the inhale and the exhale. Gently feel the belly opening, the lungs expanding, the chest expanding, air through the back of the throat, breathing and feeling air on the inside of the nostrils as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Follow this flow of breath a few times. So follow the inhale, feel the sensation of inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When we first start off our practice, we just begin to notice the breath, sensation of breath as it moves through the respiratory system. By the end of our practice, the goal is to feel and connect with the whole being breathing, your whole being breathing. And today, being Mother's Day, making connection with our origins. Everyone is born, every human is born into this world same way, through Mother's Day, honoring that. And honoring the innate mother energy in all of us, in male and female, young and old. We all have that energy within us. I'm starting to feel more immersed in the breath, settling in. Take a moment to count down your breath in order to focus deeper into your breath from 10 to 1. So we'll count down 10 being an inhale and exhale. 9, inhale and exhale. Continue on down to 1 on your own. If you get to 1 and we're still in silence, then start over from 10, counting down to 1. Take a moment to count your breath. And wherever you are in the count, completing that last number, we've been counting down from 10 to 1. Come back to your inhale, back to your exhale, and notice any amount of change that has occurred from when we started through the counting of the breath until now. Maybe no change yet. Start to become aware with your eyes closed of the sounds around you, taking them in. Noticing the sounds outside the room, noticing the sounds inside the room, big sounds, small sounds. Notice the sound of your own body, your own breath. And keep coming back to that wave of breath as we recognize the wave of sounds around us. We continue to draw into the breath. So just noticing these sounds that may pull our attention in different directions. And acknowledge them, recognize there's a sound, but then keep coming back to your breath. Keep coming back to your inhale and your exhale. And then swallow through the throat. Notice any lingering sense of taste, letting that wave through. Become aware of any smells, breathing in deep in through the nose and breathing out deep. Soften the skin on the eyelids so we soften our sense of sight. And notice any sensations arising on the skin, feeling air on the skin, feeling an itch or discomfort in the body. These are all associated with sensation in the body. And come back to the wave of your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Now bring your attention to your forehead space. Soften the wrinkles on the forehead. Feel a lightness there, even seeing a lightness, a bright light in your forehead space. And with this bright light visualization in the forehead, soften your grip on your thoughts. It's not about turning off the mind or shutting it out or trying not to think. Usually when we try harder not to think, the opposite effect occurs and we get more caught up in the thinking mind. No, it's just softening the attention and the grip and the immersion of ourself and our thoughts, and taking a step back, creating space and creating some light in between you and your thoughts. We can think of the more light we bring in, the more open distance, spaciousness we have between us. Focus on our breath and our thoughts, which are occurring on their own trajectory. So consciously making the effort to withdraw from thought and sense, and also emotion, whatever emotion arises. Just gently noticing it and turning back to the breath. And so keep that lightness, that focus on the forehead, opening up the forehead space with a bright light, softening the wrinkles. And we'll take a couple rounds of Sama Vritti, these focused breathing. So a couple rounds of breath as we focus on this bright light in the forehead. We'll inhale, breathe in for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bright light in the forehead. And exhale, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So even inhale, even exhale. Sama Vritti. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bright light in the forehead. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bright light. Exhale, soften. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bright light, open forehead. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Open forehead, bright light. Exhale, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go up to 10 for a few rounds. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Openness, soft forehead, light. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open lightness. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more there, up to 10. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See the bright light in the forehead space. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe easy. Let go of the counting. And without trying, without counting, just see if you can match the length of the inhale with the length of the exhale on your own, on your natural breath. Be here following your inhale and exhale for a few rounds. Evenness of inhale, evenness of exhale. Keep coming back to your inhale, back to your exhale. You might inadvertently see the lightness as we have been focusing on that in the forehead. If it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Not forcing the light color visualization, but just seeing what arises. Now let's take a few more breaths together. We'll end our opening meditation a little bit longer this evening of silent meditation. So remembering as we get ready for silent meditation, keep coming back to your breath. Let your inhale and exhale be your anchor. And don't beat yourself up. Reserve judgment when you get caught in your thinking mind or your senses. You hear something and you get distracted. Just gently, without judgment, guide yourself back again and again to your breath. And it's a practice, not a perfect. Right? So we'll count down here and take a moment of silence. Inhale, exhale 10. Inhale, Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Continue on in silence. Wherever you are, if you've been caught up in thought, gently guide yourself back to your breath. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale in through the nose and exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose and exhale, sigh it out through the mouth, and feel the effects of a sigh. Your whole body tends to relax and soften when you sigh. One more big inhale, making space, and exhaling to sigh out. And no need to move from where you are right now. Just stay where you are if you're lying down or if you're seated. The next part is going to be an inward intention setting. We don't have to move for it. We can just bring the hands over the heart from wherever you are. I want to offer up a mantra for this evening, for our practice tonight. It kind of goes along with the selfless love of mothers and the theme of Mother's Day, mothers and fathers. And it's just a nice mantra to focus on for this time period, for all the crazy things happening in the world and You can come back to it at any time. It doesn't have to just be now with what we're dealing with in the world, but it's relevant all the time. It sometimes rings true more than others. So this mantra is in Sanskrit, Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. And it means, may all beings be happy and free from suffering, and may my actions in some way help other beings be free from suffering and be happy. And that's a long run-on sentence, but it's kind of easy to grasp. You know, we want others to be happy and free from suffering, and we want our actions to contribute to that. And you know, we want for others what we want for ourselves, to be happy and free from suffering. So if that's resonating with you, I'm going to say the mantra 3 times as we bring the hands to heart. And if there's something else that's resonating with you, feel free to add in whatever you like your intention to be. And feel free to join me if you know it, if you like to do it as well. So I'll say it 3 times. Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. And just take a deep breath, commit to intention. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Wherever you are, we'll actually come into a lying down position. So make your way onto your mat if you're in seated. Got this. And we'll give ourselves a full body stretch. We're starting in on this mindful movement after we did our little opening meditation, and keeping this mantra in mind, and whatever else your intention has included. Give yourself a full body stretch here on your mat or on the ground, wherever you are. Inhale, reach your arms, reach your legs. Exhale, soften your shoulders. And again, inhale, reach your arms, reach your legs. Exhale, soften your shoulders, a little bend into the elbows. Inhale, reach your arms, reach your legs. And this time we'll walk your feet together over to the right side. Reach your arms over to the right. I love this stretch. It's a nice, easy side body stretch we can do in a lying down position. Take a breath here into the left side of the body. Inhale and exhale. Really feel the rib cage, side of the waist stretching. And inhale back to center. And as you exhale, go to the other side. So walk the feet together over, walk the arms over, and just take a big breath. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Inhale back to center. Begin to just gently hug the right knee in towards the chest. Wiggle out through the foot, roll around the ankle a few times. Squeeze the knee back towards the shoulder. We start to feel a stretch here in the back of the upper leg, back of the groin area. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly release and inhale. Begin to hug the left leg in. Exhale, squeeze it in, roll around the ankle. Go one way and then go the other way. And then just let the foot relax and squeeze the shoulder in. Inhale and exhale, release out. We're going to go side to side, moving on the exhale. So inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, hug the right knee in. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, hug the left knee in. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, right knee. Just starting to warm up the joints here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug the left knee in. Inhale, reach. One more side to side. Exhale, hug the right knee in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug the left knee in. Inhale, reach both arms, reach both legs. As you exhale, hug both knees in towards the chest and give yourself immediately a rock side to side. So we're massaging across the lower back. Starting off gentle tonight. Take the hands onto the knees and begin to circle the knees away from the body so you feel more of an arc in the lower back and over to one side, and then the back flattens as you hug the knees in. So just feel the effects in the spine and the hips as you circle the knees over and around. Go 3 times in one direction and then switch sides, and just feel as you straighten the arms, knees go away from the body, the lower back tends to arc more. And we just get used to noticing, like, obviously we're moving our knees and our hips, but there's other things at play as well, the arms and the shoulders and all that. Okay, squeeze the knees in towards the chest. And part of the traditional pose of this pose, Apanasana, is to lift the head, the neck, the shoulders. So if this is okay on the neck, we can draw the chin in towards the chest and around and take a few breaths here. If this is painful at all, then just keep your head down. No need to pain your neck at all. So just take one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze the knees in a little bit further. And then slowly lower the head down. Let's take the legs into a reverse tabletop. So our knees are coming over our hips and our knees are aligned with our heels. Very right angle here. Okay, feet are flexed, and already with our legs here, we can feel a slight tone in the low belly. We don't want to over arc the lower back. We want to just be able to slip one hand underneath the lower back. So keeping the belly tone. And then arms reach up, fingertips point up towards the sky, pull the shoulder blades down and back. Inhale and take the right arm overhead and the left arm overhead, right leg, there. And just pause here for an exhale. Take another inhale, your core is working. And exhale, bring it back in. Now if this is too much, you can take it from here and we can keep the feet down. We'll go to the other side. Inhale, remembering to modify if you need to. If anything doesn't feel right, painful, switch and change it up. Exhale, back to center. We'll start to move with the breath. Inhale, reach arm, reach leg, push through your heel, reach your arm. Exhale, back in. Inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg. And exhale, back in. Inhale, reach. If the leg doesn't come all the way down, the foot is flexed, right? Exhale, back to center. Inhale, reach here. And exhale, back to center. Okay, hug the knees back in and just take a moment to feel what that felt like. I think there's something going on there. Something going on. Yeah, with the core. Okay, so again, you can start with the feet flat as the floor. We can go back to tabletop. Or now we can start to extend the legs up, and really let's stretch out our legs before we do anything else. So just start to move the legs like you're walking on the ceiling, just moving and bending and flexing the foot up, spreading through your toes and stretching through the backs of the legs. Doing that a few times just to waken up the backs of the legs. And then we can be here with the legs. And here with the arms, pull the shoulder blades down and back. We don't want to bring the legs lifted so we have a rounded back. Again, being able to maybe slip one hand underneath the lower back so the hips are heavy. Different levels, right? You can be here, here, or here. Okay, let's go slow this first round. So left arm, right leg, reaching, inhaling, staying with the exhale. And on your next exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg. Knees can always be bent. Stay with your exhale. Inhale, reach, stay there. Exhale, back in. Okay, go side to side a few times. Inhale, reach. Exhale back in. Inhale, reach. And exhale back in. Inhale, reach. We're working to strengthen our core, but we're also stretching our arms and our legs. This is great for our hip joint as well. Now, one more here. Inhaling to reach, come back to the breath. Exhaling back to center. Okay, hug the knees in. We can bring the feet flat onto the ground for a moment and just relax the hips. Take a breath. Okay, one more level up, and this is going to really work the core. So again, do what you can with it. You can start with different levels. This time we're going to focus on moving both arms and both legs at the same time. So we're back up here, maybe with the legs straight, maybe with the knees bent. You can be back down to the ground and just work the arms too. We're going to pretend like there's a block in between the feet, and we're transferring the block into the hands and reaching long as you inhale. As you exhale, bring the block, try to get the legs straight back into the feet, in between the feet, and just that imaginary block keeps going in between the hands and alternately in between the feet. So let's see if we can do about 6 more rounds. Exhales to come center, inhales long, exhale center, lower down as much as you can by still having some control. Inhaling and exhaling. Here's 3. Inhaling, staying with your breath, not clenching your jaw, softening your face. Exhaling, inhaling long, and exhaling. And let's do one more. I think that was 6, but we'll give it a bonus round. Inhale and exhale. Okay, good. We started to waken up our core. Yeah, we can definitely feel the deep abdominal muscles working, which is great. We're just starting to activate that area. All right. Bring your feet down, bring your arms out wide, and give your knees a little movement side to side. Releasing out the lower back. Linger over to one side for a moment. Take a breath. Inhale back to center, and exhale, go to the other side. Inhale back to center. Walk your feet in towards your hips. Your knees are hip distance apart. Bring your arms down towards the sides of your waist. Push your shoulder blades into the ground. Push the back of your head into the ground and start to lift your hips here. So we just did that core work. We really worked out through our deep core. And now we're just kind of stretching it out, stretching the quads, keeping the knees in towards the midline, taking a bridge pose. Yeah, so from here, if you like to rotate through the shoulder, if it feels okay, we might bring the arms up overhead and lift the hips a little higher. Taking an extra breath here. Imagining like there's a block in between the knees so the knees don't go out wide. Take one more breath wherever you are. Very important to keep the neck straight. And then on your exhale, slowly start to lower down. Again, release your knees side to side. Okay, a lot of warm up here so far. So let's roll over to one side and gently lift ourselves up. And we'll come all the way onto hands and knees. Shoulders over wrists, knees underneath the hips. And this is going to feel really nice to stretch the front of the body still. Still stretching the front of the body. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Reach the heart forward. Try not to crank the neck so much, but lengthen from tailbone to crown of head. Sorry, my dogs are barking at somebody. Okay, hold here. Stretch across your belly, stretch across your collarbones, shoulder blades down the back. Take an extra breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale here and exhale. Pull the belly up and in, round up through the spine, draw the chin in towards the chest. And hang out here. Take an extra breath. Really stretch up through your shoulder blades, through your spine, and hollow out your belly. As you inhale, come forward, cow pose or Vihalasana. As you exhale, round up, cat pose. Inhale, come forward with the heart. Exhale, round out. And even I have to tell myself, okay, not so much movement with the neck, if I can help it. Exhale, rounding in. Okay, take one more here. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round up. And then from here, slowly start to walk the hands forward. Keep your hips over your knees and melt the heart. Heart melting pose. Coming back to the intention, as you melt your heart down, you can bring the forehead down if that's available. Just releasing the chest down. We should start to feel a big opening in the chest and the shoulders and the sides of the waist. Yeah, a little back bend going on too. So remember that intention. Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Opening the heart, melting it down. Take one more breath here. And then keep your forearms onto the ground. Slowly start to slither forward onto the belly. Outstretch the legs. And push the palms into the ground. Push the forearms into the ground. Shoulders over elbow here. Now pull the shoulders down the back. Open up through the chest. We want to keep active here in the upper mid back so we're not dipping into the lower back. Keep your legs active too. They're not just like loosey-goosey, but the inner thighs are spinning in, the outer feet are pushing into the ground, and the sternum is reaching forward as we kind of pull the neck up and out gently, like a turtle coming out of its shell. Okay, find Sphinx pose here, and take 2-3 more breaths, really working the upper back to open it up. So good for all the sitting and texting and forward motion that we experience. We're countering that. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, release a little bit. All right, tuck the toes. So toes are tucked here. And just hang out there with tucked toes for a moment, good for activating the legs. Inhale and lift the chest. As you exhale, slowly start to pull the belly up and in and just lift up to the top of the thighs. The knees are still on the ground. As you exhale, start to release. Forward. I think we want to take an inhale forward. So inhale forward. As you exhale, pull up and in. You should be working your core, keeping some openness in the chest. And back down. Inhale forward. As you exhale, lift up. Inhale forward. Here we go, into the groove of it. Open chest. Keep that openness in the chest. Exhale, pull the belly up and in. And one more like that. Inhale, heart forward. Now let's go for full on, if we can, finding a forearm plank. Maybe lifting one knee, maybe keeping one down for support, maybe both knees. Dropping the flesh of the buttocks, toning up through the belly. Taking just one big breath here, forearm plank. It's a very strengthening pose. Okay, and then dropping to the knees, bringing it all the way down, untucking the toes, rest forward. The forehead can come onto the forearms. Take a moment to release the lower body, lower half by bending into the knees and moving the knees side to side. Take a big breath. Inhale, exhale out the mouth. Inhale here, exhale out the mouth. Very nice. Okay. A lot for working our core today and also our upper mid back. One more here while we're here on the belly. So activate the feet a little bit, spin the inner thighs in, take the hands out wide to an elbow bent position here. Bring your fingertips onto the ground and push your fingertips in as your palms lift up. Inhale and start to wave up, open up the chest, exhale back down. Bringing the forehead all the way down, so you just tap it down. Inhaling up, leading with the sternum, exhaling down. Inhaling up, Shoulders down and back, exhaling down. Inhaling up here and exhaling, waving down. And inhaling up. And then as you exhale, just turn back to center onto the forearms, lifting back up, lift up onto the knees and come back into that heart melting pose. And just see if it feels any different. Maybe you're feeling some new muscles starting to work on the sides of the shoulders or the sides of the waist. Yeah, just notice what you notice. And then we'll come out of this and put that one away by coming into a standing position. We'll feel really nice to stand tall now. So come to standing tall, relax the shoulder blades down the back. I hope you can see me. It's hard for me to see me, but I hope you can see me. Okay. And to stand tall, relax the shoulder blades down the back, lengthen up your spine, and notice if you feel any more openness in your shoulders, in your chest, sides of your waist. Just hang out there for a moment and find mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale and exhale here. And then from here, come back to intention. Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Interlace your hands all the way up to the webbing. Inhale and bring your arms up overhead. As you exhale, bend into your knees and round out your spine a little bit, and you might start to feel a little stiffness in the lower back. That's from the little back bending that we did just a moment ago. Inhaling, reaching back up, exhaling, bending in, rounding forward. Inhaling back up, exhale, rounding forward. Softness through the knees. Inhaling up, exhaling, rounding forward. Last one here. Inhale up, exhale, round forward. Push the palms forward, reaching forward, starting to straighten out the legs a little bit more, reaching forward. And then gently move the point of the palms forward towards your head. And release the arms down, reach the arms back. Inhaling here. Exhaling, going all the way into a forward fold. And now we can soften the knees here. Play with bending your knees so much so that you can bring your fingertips onto the ground and just kind of bend in and straighten. Starting to stretch out the backs of our legs a bit more. So as much as you need to bend in, do that in order to reach the ground. Normally we use blocks here. Blocks tend to bring the ground closer to us. No, just use what we can. Take another breath here. Inhale and exhale. Right. And now if reaching the ground is not there, as we start to straighten out the legs, just let the arms dangle, let the head, the neck, the shoulders dangle, and take a breath here. And on the inhale, begin to sweep yourself all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart. Okay, stepping the right leg forward, the left leg back. Coming into warrior one position. So we've kind of started to tease a stretch in the legs. I'm going to walk this left foot out to the side a bit and turn the toes forward about 45 degrees. And so my legs are in different planes. They're not in one line. Not heel to heel, but wider. And create space for the hips. Pull the right hip back and point the left hip forward. Lift up and out of the chest, so up and out of the lower back, and begin to bend into that front knee. And then straighten. And as you exhale, bend in. Inhale, straighten it up. You may find that your stance needs to adjust a bit. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, straighten. And one more. Exhale, bend in. Hold it here. Walking the back foot back, push to the outer edge of the back foot and lift the inner arc of the foot. Very subtle action. We're trying to spin this inner thigh back a bit as we point the hips forward. Lots going on. Inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one position. Interlace your hands again and point your index fingers up. Exhale, bend in. Yeah, take 2 more breaths here. Maybe you gaze upward. Inhale and exhale, bend in. Inhale and exhale here. Very nice. Inhale, straighten up through that front leg. As you exhale, release your hands onto your hips. Inhale here, square the hips again. Point the left hip forward, right hip back, and as you exhale, go forward just a bit. And we may find that we need to bend into this front knee. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Try that. Lift the chest, pull the shoulders back a little bit more forward, and really start to feel that stretch in the back of the front leg. Okay, come back to the breath. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale and exhale here. All right. Inhale, slowly start to lift the chest back up. And last pose in the series, we skip straight to warrior 3, which is a balance pose, coming onto the back toes. Hands can stay onto hips. And then just consciously transfer 90% of the weight, 95, onto that front foot. Stay here. If it's possible, maybe reflex the back foot. Find your drishti, your gazing point. And then maybe we lift the back leg like we're stamping the back wall. And just maybe for a breath or two, we reach the arms. Yeah, find what you can with it. Balance is tricky. Stay with your breath, stay steady with your gazing point. And then just slowly come out of it wherever you are. Even being here sometimes is where we are, and that's fine. All right, step it forward. Take a moment. Mountain pose and feel the difference between sides. Relax your shoulder blades down the back. Open up the chest. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And we'll take a half sun salutation. Exhale, go forward. Soft knees here. Soft knees. We're just teasing this stretch into the legs again, bending into the knees. And so maybe here, hands are forward, and we lift the chest from here with bent knees. That's our halfway lift tonight. Exhale, back to forward fold, bent knees. Inhale, come all the way up and around. And exhale, hands to heart. Okay. Now back to intention and breath. Okay, off to the other side we go. So we start off with that warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. So right leg is coming back this time, left leg forward. We're on different planes with the ankles and the feet. And back toes are turned in quite forward. And we're working towards squaring the hips, but not everybody's hips square. So don't get caught up in that. And just practice bending into the knee and straightening out to the leg. Try not to create too much of a back bend. Like some of it is there, but trying to lift up and out of the upper back instead of crunching into the lower back. And then next time you bend in, hold it here. Consciously push through the outside of that back foot, spin the inner thigh back, and inhale, sweep your arms up, interlace the hands, point the index finger up. Straighten the arms up towards the ears, and maybe gaze upward. Just breathe here. 2, 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Strong warrior pose. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Inhale, straighten up. And then our legs don't really have to move for pyramid pose, for Parsvottanasana. We can just take it about the same with the leg position. Again, pulling the left hip back, right hip forward. Now, if you want to try a different hand position, you can take the hands, bringing the knuckles together onto the lower back. You can take the fingertips close together, almost like you're coming into a Namaste hand. Or you can even work towards that Namaste hand, trying to bring the palms together, pulling the shoulder blades down the back. So if you want to try, you can try. You can hold on to the forearms as well. Inhale here, lengthen up. As you exhale, go forward. And just find what you can with it. Inhale, exhale, go forward. Of course, we can bend into that front knee if needed. Inhale And exhale, go forward a little bit more. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, inhale back up and exhale. Release out. Last part, Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. So coming up light onto those back toes. Find something steady. It's something on the wall, the ground, the ceiling. Just steady your gaze. Soften your breath in your throat. And, do that little dance of maybe just lifting, practicing lifting and lowering. Flex into the back foot if the lift is there. Like you're stamping the back wall, and then maybe reach the arms for a breath or two, not getting too caught up in holding it and therefore holding the breath or something like that. Easing into it. Okay, and we'll put it away. Step forward, inhale, reach up, exhale, back to center. Hands over heart and just feel the effects of what we've done so far. Lots of movement, lots of effort. Come back to the heart, feeling the heart, the blood flowing, and back to Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free of suffering. May we act in such a way that supports this happiness and freedom from suffering. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead and soft knees as you go forward all the way down. Fingertips out in front, bend into the knees, lift the chest, inhaling, exhaling back to forward fold. Plant the hands and just one leg at a time, bring the knees down onto the ground. Back into this tabletop for a moment, spreading through the hands, pushing them into the ground. Extend one leg back, bring the heel back, and then maybe we keep this opposite knee on the ground. Maybe we come into a full plank. Taking a breath here. Top of the push-up, strong here. Drawing the heels back, reaching the crown of the head forward, inhaling. And exhale, we'll just take one downward facing dog. So we're working the legs and the arms straight. Rather, we first get the arms and the spine straightened and no rounding through the back, and then worry about the legs. The legs, knees can always be bent here. Taking about 3 more breaths here. Check time. Okay. 3 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. You can always drop to child if you need to. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Drop to the knees, and then yes, indeed, we will drop to child's pose. So knees out wide, big toes touch, and it may feel nice to bring your arms back behind, rest the forehead down. Take about 5 rounds of breath. Let the energy settle and breathe here. Okay, lifting back up for a moment, coming all the way up to relax the shoulder blades down the back. And putting together some of the work that we did earlier, let's come into a dolphin pose. So again, we're on the forearms, and this time we interlace the hands. If you're always accustomed to bringing your right index finger on top, then switch it to your left, and then line up your pinky fingers. So one is not crushing the other one, but they're lined up in parallel. When you interlace your hands, one isn't crushing the other, but they're lined up. Yeah, and it will make a difference. If you're crushing one of your pinky fingers, it doesn't feel good. So just making sure your pinky fingers are aligned, and then root down into the ground with the outer edges of the fingers and the palms and the forearms, the long edge of the forearm. Elbows are slightly inward of the shoulders. Tuck your toes here and slowly start to straighten your legs as you lift your hips. Walk your feet in a little bit. Lift your chest forward as if you're almost in that Sphinx pose again. So remember that Sphinx pose when you're on the forearms and the belly. Find some openness in the chest here. So lift the hips up. Backs to the legs are working. Okay, take 2 more breaths here. And then slowly start to drop to the knees. Keep the toes tucked and just release out the arms, release out the upper back. And we'll put that one away. Okay, so find a seated position. And just like your hand, if you're used to interlacing them in a certain way, switch your right leg. And so if your right leg comes forward all the time, then switch it to your left and vice versa. So you can do it in a different way, which is it's good to do it different. Relax your shoulder blades down the back, pointing the palms up. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring the left arm down, reach the right arm over. And as we stretch through the side of the waist, let's build into a little bit of a twist. So start to walk this left hand across the body, reaching for the left outer thigh, and give it a little tug as you reach over towards the right with the top hand. Take an extra breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come all the way back up, and exhale, release it down. Relax the shoulders, coming back to center. And then when you're ready, switch sides. Inhale, left arm up and over. Exhaling here, creating that little cross the body twist. You're feeling it in your outer shoulder, your upper back. And give it a little tug as you reach opposite arms. Exhaling. Inhale, extra breath here. Stay with the exhale. And inhale all the way back up. Relax the shoulders and sit tall. Now trying something different. We can stay in seated for a couple breaths. Again, crossing your ankles in a different way is something good to explore. But if you now want to try something like a half lotus, just bringing one heel in towards the hip, try that with the toes pointed here. And the knees are about 45-degree angle. If that feels okay, you want to try to go for a little more. We can maybe take this opposite heel and bring it in towards the hip. And you may find that one side is not working really at all. You slightly flex, and so you go to the other side, and you may find that that works a bit better. And just trying something different. So just finding that if it's available, or just finding your opposite cross leg seated, just for a breath or two. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding our tall spine and breathing. That's the most important part. Okay, releasing it out and bringing the legs out in front. Feels nice to stretch out through the legs. Point through the toes here and flex into the feet. Find your tall spine. Point and flex. Roll the ankles around. Yeah. All right, sit up really tall, lengthen up through your spine, draw your shoulder blades down the back. Inhale here, lift your chest. Exhale, go forward a little bit. We're gonna go halfway to our forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, go a little bit further. Inhale, lift your chest, trying to maintain a flat back. And as you exhale, walk your hands about even with your knees. Lift your chest and go forward. Soften your neck. Inhale and exhale. And now just stay here for 2-3 breaths. Inhale. Your feet are flexed. You really should feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Lower back, yes. Upper back, yes. But even stretch. So one part is not stretching more than the other. Take one more breath here. Lead with your sternum, lifting the chest and shoulder blades back. And then inhale back upright. And just feel the difference of that. Closing the gap and coming back to 90 degrees. It's usually easier the second time around. Relax the shoulders. Okay, let's come all the way onto the back again. We're ready to come all the way down. And let's bring the feet flat onto the ground right away and revisit our bridge pose one more time. So remembering the feet coming towards the hips, toes and heels just very parallel, knees in towards the midline as if we're bringing a block in between the knees. And then the neck stays very straight. So push your shoulders into the ground, the head into the ground. Inhale and lift the hips. And then take your hands, interlace them. Again, don't crush your pinky finger. We can bring the hands together now. Walk the shoulder blades close together and lift the hips. If this is for any reason too much, then we can always use our hands and support our hips here, creating a shelf for our hips and our buttocks. And you can always keep the hands just onto the ground, out to the side. Interlacing the hands is another option. Take 3 more breaths here. Lift your hips higher, lift your chest towards your chin, and remember to keep your neck straight. Inhale, exhale here. Inhale, exhale here. Inhale, and last exhale. Okay. Slowly start to release out whatever you're holding on to and lower your hips all the way down. Feels nice to relax the hips down. Bring the legs long, back to where we started. Inhale, reach the arms, reach the legs. As you exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms, reach the legs. Exhale, bend in the elbows, soften the shoulders. And one more like that. Inhale, reach the arms, reach the legs. Exhale, soft shoulders. And just for posterity, we want to feel the difference in the side body stretch. Walk the feet over to the right together. Walk the arms and lean the body over to the right and feel the left side of the body stretching. Hopefully we've added some more space in this stretch. Take a big breath in, big breath out. And come back to center and over to the other side. Finding more space here. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale back to center. And last time around, we'll hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And if it feels nice, do these circles again. Remember we did that in the beginning. Be conscious and aware of the hips connected to the lower back and the spine. You can go one way and then the other way. And now really it's up to you what else you want to do. So we're just starting to end this physical practice. If you want to do this lift again, certainly go for it if you want to. And whatever else feels good, maybe some movement with the knees to still release out the lower back even further. Yeah, and so just do what you like to do to complete your physical practice. And then meet me here in Shavasana with your arms and legs falling open. You can bring something over the eyes like a towel or a cloth or I don't know, something to cover over the eyes. You can also bring a blanket or a bolster or a pillow underneath the knees. You can cover a blanket over the body. These are different ways of taking Shavasana that help us go deeper into relaxation. So all nice options of using props if you have them. Of course, you don't have to use props in order to get into Shavasana. You can just lay flat, relax your shoulders, close your eyes. Come back into your natural breath, remembering the breath that we started off with, focusing that even breathing, matching the length of the inhale with the length of the exhale. We'll take a few of those even breaths. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And melt your shoulders into the earth. Your eyes are closed. Your arms and legs are falling open. We'll do a quick, very quick yoga nidra body scan, and then we'll end in stillness and silence. So while you're here, remembering the intention, coming back to your heart center one last time for the practice. Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Letting the whole body sigh. Soften your facial muscles and let the head be heavy, let the skull be heavy. Let your eyes melt deeper into the sockets. Let the forehead soften. Let the cheeks relax. Soften the mouth and the tongue and the throat and the jaw and the front of the neck, releasing down into the front of the chest. Let the heart melt open as the shoulder blades release into the earth. Let the tops of the shoulders and the upper arms be heavy. Let the elbows be heavy, forearms, the hands, all 5 fingers in the right hand, all 5 fingers in the left hand. The rib cage relaxes and softens. The backs of the ribs release into the earth. The belly muscles and the internal organs breathe and find space and soften. The hips relax entirely. The hip bones are heavy. The upper legs, the femur bones are heavy. Softening the muscles, the tops of the thighs and the hamstrings. The knees relax. The lower leg bones are heavy. And the feet bones are heavy. All 5 toes in the right foot, all 5 toes in the left foot. The whole body melts into the earth. The whole body relaxes, releases, and softens. And now just stay with your breath, find stillness and find the peace of this moment. Maybe you find this lightness, this light visualization with the inhale and the exhale. If it comes to you, great. If not, great also. Find what you can and be present with your breath. Shavasana. slowly start to take a deeper breath. And as you take a slow, deeper breath, inhale through the nose, fill up your belly, your lungs, your chest, your head. And sigh it out, let your whole body sigh, let the bones be heavier and let the muscles release even further. Feel what it feels like to sigh and release. And repeat. Inhale and exhale, sigh it out. Using your breath, not just now, but whenever you need to take a moment to de-stress, use your deep breath, 10 rounds of deep breath, guaranteed to help relieve stress. And it's free, it's always available, it's your breath. So just come to it whenever you need it. Start to waken up your fingers and your toes. Inhale, reach your arms, reach your legs, add some movement, wiggling out your joints, whatever you like. And when you're ready, plant your feet. Gradually roll off to one side. And take a moment there, take a nice big breath. Consciously use your arms to lift yourself up. And we'll meet once again in our seated position, sitting whichever way you like. If you like to switch it up, switch it up. Sitting up tall, roll your shoulder blades down the back, open your palms. And on the inhale, bring your arms up overhead, gaze upward. As you exhale, meet your hands at heart center. I'll recite our mantra one more time. Remembering the mantra is wishing that all beings are free of suffering and find happiness, and allowing our actions to in some way contribute to the well-being and happiness, free of suffering of others. And in turn, we provide that for ourselves as well. I'll say it one more time and we'll end in Om. Lokah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu. Deep cleansing breath, and then Om. Inhale, cleansing breath. Exhale. Inhale. Om. May you be happy, may you be free of suffering and find peace, joy in your life, the rest of your evening, the rest of your week until we meet again. Namaste.